Just north of Ashbridges Bay behind me, this stretch of road is at the center point of debate over whether or not it should have an Indigenous name. Now, based on what City Hall has done to try and provide some reconciliation, you would think it's a no-brainer. However, for some reason at City Hall, it seems to have hit a roadblock.
We just had our reconciliation program passed at the city, and I'm getting good feedback that this is an important part of reconciliation. And it's such a great name.
The name Edaabiimok means where the road goes to the water. And in the case of Lower Coxwell, the literal translation fits perfectly as it comes to an end at Ashbridges Bay. Renaming the road in honor of the area's Indigenous past, though, is proving difficult because of bureaucracy and red tape, despite best intentions.
Well, it took a while to come up with the name because I wanted to have a really deep and thorough consultation, and we did with the Mississaugas of the Credit and our Indigenous Affairs office here at the city.
That road is significant because it connects our roles on the land to our roles on the water. If we think about things in this day and age, it's about all of us being stewards of both the land and the water.
Located between Queen Street East and Lakeshore Boulevard, the road was actually just named Lower Coxwell Avenue in 2019 to provide an address for a new parking lot. City policy states a street name can't be changed more than once every 10 years so that residents or businesses don't have to change addresses. The other reason given in a staff report doesn't exactly offer a feeling of kindness or the need to work in partnership with Indigenous peoples. There seems to be a hang-up. What is that?
Well, the report's going to Community Council this week. Police and fire have written in to say they don't support it because it's too hard to pronounce. I've had to say back, well, I have these streets named Roxeter, there's Gloucester or Gloucester. People have a hard time pronouncing those.
CityNews did reach out to the Toronto Police Service for explanation, but was told it is unable to provide a response based on a lack of information in the report provided by the city, something that doesn't sit well with those expecting more from positions of authority.
The concerns related to the inability to pronounce or spell words in the Ojibwe language really comes from that colonial perspective. We need to change. The city needs to change and adapt. And if it's required leadership from that city fire, from city police, from the planning department, that needs to happen.
Acknowledging the history of the land near the lake has been given plenty of support from residents and businesses in the immediate area.
It's such a humble street, a humble road. And I think, by naming it Edaabiimok, it's consistent with that spirit of humility and that spirit of goodwill.
The reason for renaming this stretch of road Lower Coxwell is that parking lot and this rugby field directly across the street a few years ago. We did reach out to Toronto Fire as well, did not get a response. As for bypassing what is happening at City Hall, there is the opportunity at a Toronto Community Council meeting this Wednesday. Then it would have to go to the full City Council when it meets again on July 19th.